Hello and welcome. Today we're going to talk about something that's really small but honestly incredibly important, the lock cylinder in your door. Now, for well over 170 years, the name Yale has pretty much meant security. But with so many options out there, how do you actually pick the right one? Okay, let's dive in and make that choice super simple and clear for you.
So, just for a second, I want you to think about your front door. It might be solid, heavy, and look totally secure. But more often than not, the weakest link is that small metal cylinder where you stick your key. And if that fails, well, the whole door fails.
The interesting thing is, burglars aren't just making it up as they go. They have a specific set of techniques they use to get past locks, like the ones you're seeing right here. The good news? Modern lock cylinders are engineered specifically to fight back against these exact methods. Knowing the threat is half the battle, for sure. So to make this all really easy, we're going to break down Yale's options into a simple 3-tier security ladder. Just think of it like climbing from good to better to the absolute best. By the end of this, you'll know exactly which rung of the ladder is right for you. Let's start on the ground floor, right? Tier 1. This is all about that foundational, reliable security for situations where you don't really need a fortress, but you definitely need something that works. This tier is where you'll find cylinders like the Yale Standard and the KM series. Think of these as the workhorses. They're cost-effective, they're durable, and they're perfect for internal doors, like a home office, or maybe for low-risk spots. If you're a landlord securing a bunch of properties on a budget, this is a great choice. It's solid, basic protection. All right, let's climb on up to the next rung. Tier 2, high security. Now this is where we see a serious jump in the defensive tech, the kind of stuff designed for the one place that matters most, your front door. And the star of this tier is the Yale Superior series. This thing is built from the ground up to fight back against all those common attacks we just looked at. It resists picking, drilling, and bumping, which is a technique that uses a special key to basically jolt all the pins open. But crucially, it also has anti-snap protection, and we're going to break that down in just a minute. This is really the sweet spot for most homeowners looking to secure their main entry doors. And now, we've reached the top of the ladder. Tier 3. This is for when you want the absolute highest level of protection you can get. This is for total peace of mind. And the magic number here is 3. 3 stars. And look, this isn't just some marketing slogan. It's an official security rating that's part of a really tough European standard. To get a 3-star rating, a cylinder has to survive a whole battery of intense professional-level attacks. Meet the Yale Platinum series. This is the absolute pinnacle of Eurocylinder security. It's got every single defensive feature from the Tier 2 lock, but everything is enhanced to the highest possible degree, which is how it earns that 3-star rating. It also comes with this unique, high-security key that's incredibly difficult to copy. This is the one you choose for high-value properties, or really for anyone who just wants the best defense money can buy. Okay, so we've been throwing around terms like anti-snap, so let's just take a quick second to decode what this technology is really all about. It's actually pretty clever. First, just a quick baseline so we're all on the same page. The thing we're talking about is called a Eurocylinder. It's the standard type you'll find in most modern UPVC and composite doors, and even a lot of timber doors too. Their standard shape is what makes them so easy to replace and upgrade. So what is anti-snap? Well, lock snapping is just a brute force attack. A standard cylinder will break right in the middle, and poof, the whole mechanism is exposed. But an anti-snap cylinder has a built-in weak point on the outside. If an attacker tries to force it, only this front sacrificial piece breaks off, leaving the main lock mechanism totally safe and sound inside the door. It's a brilliant piece of defensive engineering. And what about the other stuff? Anti-drill, pick, and bump? That's all about what's going on inside the lock. High-security cylinders are packed with hardened steel pins placed in just the right spots to absolutely shred a drill bit. They've also got these super complex pin setups that make them incredibly hard to fiddle with using picking tools or a bump key. The whole point is just to frustrate an attacker until they give up and move on. And this right here shows the difference perfectly. On the left, a standard cylinder snaps, and just like that, the door is open. But on the right, the anti-snap cylinder sacrifices its front end, but the door stays locked and secure. It's such a simple concept, but it makes a world of difference. So now that we've decoded all the tech, it really just comes down to one question. Which one of these cylinders is the right one for your door? Let's bring it all together. Here it is, all laid out side by side. If you're just securing an internal door, the standard tier is a fantastic, cost-effective option. For your main front or back door, the high-security tier, with its full suite of anti-attack features, is really the baseline we'd recommend for most homes. And of course, if you want the best of the best, that maximum 3-star cylinder gives you that ultimate peace of mind. Oh, and a quick note on style. You're going to see these available in brass, which is that gold color, and nickel, which is silver. Just so you know, this choice is 100% about looks. The security level is exactly the same, so just pick the one that matches your door handle and the rest of your hardware. Finally, let's just quickly run through a couple of the most common practical questions that always come up when you're ready to make this upgrade.
First up, how do you measure for a new one? It's simple. Just measure from the central screw hole out to each end of the cylinder. You'll get 2 numbers, something like 40, 50. Next, what do those stars mean again? They're an official security rating, and 3 stars is the highest you can possibly get. And finally, when should you think about replacing your cylinder? A good rule of thumb is every 5 to 10 years, or, of course, anytime you just want a security upgrade.
So there you have it. All that amazing technology inside that little metal cylinder is what's standing between your home and the outside world. The only question left is probably the most important one. Is your current lock really up to the task?